Welcome to the Benz Night Show, Episode 7, on the 14th of September 2020. Salamat sa iyong pag-uban ka na kung makaigsunan, and I hope that nakapanihapon na mo, you're all right, nakarelax na mo, and yeah, you have time to be with me tonight. I hope nga you stay with me. Tell your friends, okay? Tell your friends nga join sila, mo like sila sa atong page, the Facebook page o atong YouTube page /CBTV. Di na ta makitaan sa Teleradyo Cebu, Makaigsoon, dili ta makitaan sa uban nga mga channels. Of course, CBTV lang. Facebook CBTV, YouTube CBTV, and you have Periscope CBTV, Twitch CBTV, but dili na sa Teleradyo CBTV. Thank you for being with me tonight. Kunya, as you can see sa atong headlines karon diri, makita ninyo nga natay mga headlines na nag-scroll. That's for the COVID-19 for the Philippines na updates. It's very convenient. It's very tragic na kanang nga matay na to. Alright, so thank you. And para maka-interact mo, shift to this one. Okay, nakakasilaw ko na sheet. Silaw din mo. Sige lang, alam mo tanong sa unong. Okay, so salamat sa pag-iubig ka na ako. Si Graciano Gumanit o si George Yu, watching from Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland, ayun na. Ayun, klaro tag gamay mo kaysa ating feature yung chat sa maka-join mo. Please tell your friends nga maka-shout out, celebrate mo sa your friends. Kamusta na to kaysa right now. Adjust ko sa screen, so klaro ba atong audio? Diba hinay itong audio? Kaya nireklamo ganang hapon hinay yung audio. Okay, matod pa ni Marlene Bock. Good evening ko na. Namin na to si Ma'am Milos Sigura, watching from Cebu City. Si Alan Luigi Flores, ikaw niya taking care of business na sa FJT. Original na JT Banks mo. At Filipe Orbon Menyosa, watching from Tanamban City. Cebu City. Okay. Sakto niya. Okay. Sakto. Clear ko na kayo, di ba hinay ra? Di ba nag-echo? Kanya dapat wala. Uy, ano naman? Mo din ingon mo sa gitar. Nag-undeng gitar. Nag-undeng gitar. Okay. Ito na pinayan, be. Actually, i-off na to ng gitar. Sa pala music niya, i-off na to ng gitar. Right, so, good evening niya, ninyo tanan. Sirbe Kamunares, naminaw na to ron. Clear ko na kayo, si Doris Maturan, gikan sa Amua, sa Cordoba, Cebu. Libong sa tagyan sa Amua, Cordoba, o gikan sa Amua. Kaya naman kayo mga presidencies ron nga Amua. Alright, so balik kita sa tanaw ta sa atong sa Hopkins. John Hopkins, okay, so map. Interact. That's it. Alright. Magklase na kung tama to di mo. Melos. Si Ricardo Tabasa, clear ko sa dumlog. Yeah. Clear ko na. Alright, so pagkito na to, kung nakos DepEd ron, nag-teach ko ninyo, wala ko mga technologies na ipakita sa DepEd. Modulated ang audio, tinaw, klaro yung video, mo ba? Sakto rin broadcast na off ni mo ang background guitar, noiser. Di mo ako kakita na nag-on actually to. Pwede man nag-embed na to na niya kanang hinay lang ang background like this. Di ba? Pwede man naghinay ang background. Bed music, pero ano lang, sabar. Alright, ngayon kita karon sa inyong favorite nga backdrop, John Hopkins nga kuan. John Hopkins nga website. So, mga teacher mo karon, tanaw mo sa programa na to diri sa Benz NightShow. Makita mo mga different techniques nga akong gi-demonstrate, akong gi-illustrate, akong gi-exemplify para makita mo how to enhance your teaching experience, no? Classroom experience. Okay, so kini karon. So ako mag-iwan ng cursor, basang cursor. The global cases, karon global cases is 29,032,938 as of this hour. September 14, 2020, 9:19 p.m. That's the global cases. Klaro ba? May tanong ito. Klaro ba sa inyong screen? Kaya, okay. Ano yung mga technologies nga itong gikuan, ha? Yan, there is a post na din na ang kuan. Atong headlines. Scroller. Okay, that's 29,032,938 cases worldwide. Is actually very dangerous. In fact, si Cardinal Tagle karon na to, kuan siya. positive sa COVID. Although, as I heard, self-quarantine at the Archbishop's Palace in Shaw Boulevard, and asymptomatic. Okay, wala siya world trend. 29,032,938. And the probable, the expected cases is about 10 times that, or about 290 million. That's ang deaths, ayaw maklaro gyapon sa background nyo, 924,000. Hapit na ng 1 million. So ugma mo 1 million na siguro. So the deaths, no? 924,831. Okay. Luhag kay ko, no? Because I'm trying to center the camera. Ang deaths sa United States is 194,000. So sapit naman yung 200,000 ang deaths sa United States. And remember, downplay na ni Trump sometime in January and February. It will just go away. 200,000 deaths almost. That's 194,087 deaths in the United States as of this time. On the 14th of September 2020, that's 9:21 p.m. Can you imagine that? Almost 200 deaths. 194,000 deaths in the United States. Second runner-up, or sorry, the second place, that's the first runner-up. Di na ang ubang binato. Second runner-up. First runner-up, ang guna number 2, di ba na second runner-up? Second placer. Not, ang first runner-up is the second placer. The second runner-up is the third placer. Sa'yo makatawa ko ng mga 194,087 deaths in the United States. Ang sunod na is Brazil. 131,000. Makita ba niyo ang Brazil? Okay. United States. Brazil, 131,625. India, 79,000 deaths. Mexico, 70,000 deaths. United Kingdom, 41,000 deaths. Italy, 35,000 deaths. France, 31,000 deaths. Peru, 31,000 deaths. Spain, 30,000 deaths. Iran, 23,000 deaths. Colombia, 23,000 deaths. Russia, 19,000 deaths. South Africa, 15,000 deaths. Deaths ang kaitsun. Balik kita sa atong favorite na homepage. Ang number of cases, Philippines, 265,888 deaths as of this time. Kuan diri sa ato 265,888 deaths. O sa US magkaigso na sa Philippines, ang deaths 4,630 in the Philippines. Maybe no 4,000. Not very. If you can see my mouse, it's moving here. 4,630 deaths. And kung tanaw na to ang chart sa Philippines, ikan dire March, March, April, May, saka pag July lokso na. And you already have lockdown for March, April, May, June, July. 4 months among lockdown. Karon August, 5 months. Hapit naman ng September, 6 months. Kasaka, grabe nga itong biggest daily cases was on August the 10th. August 10th. 725,000 cases. 6,725. in a single day. In a single day. Ya, karon grabe gyapon no, karon 4,899 in a single day. Kagahapon is 912, 13 na to. 12 pa sa US. 12 is 4,899. Karon 3,353 reported as of today. So grabe lang ang jump sa Philippines ba inay magkaubos unta ni kay we've learned the curve, and as a result of our supposedly very strict lockdown, physical lockdown, human lockdown, economic lockdown, and transportation lockdown, tanawa nag-ana man ko grabe. So may pawa leta grabe ang gyapon ron ako September. Kaya nagkuha na lang ta tarong pa siguro mga tao. Ang deaths na to, biggest single death is on September 12, it was yesterday, 184 deaths in a single day. Sir, na cumulative cases, cumulative siya, nagsaka, and the logarithmic line, so, nagtaas mo diya po, no? And slope mo diya po na upwards. Dapat nagpaubusan ni siya. Narita sa atong favorite nga Singapore o Korea, sa Japan, 75,000 cases. Ang death sa Japan only 1,453, despite the fact that Japan is one of the dense, ang Tokyo for example is one of the densest cities in the world, metropolitan city in the world. Singapore, their cases are 57,454, 57,454. Singapore. And the global deaths is what? 27? Has it changed? O man mo change siguro ng deaths sa Singapore, right? See, look at the deaths sa Singapore. Sa March, namatyan sila duha, March 21. Namatyan sila usa, March 21. So, kini usa niya, kini this is one, this level. Namatyan sila July 14 ug usa. Ang kinadak ang namatyan na single day, duha. Sa Singapore, mamatyan duha, mamatyan usa. Between June to July, pila man ni, June 13 to July 14, 1 month, usa ray namatay. Ang August, walay namatay. September, walay namatay. Sa Singapore. Nga, makidato sila. May argument lagi na to. Remember arguments? First world country, first world citizens. Dato, manasod. Saan na itong argument? Non-sequitur. Kaya ba man sa non-sequitur? Doesn't follow. Doesn't follow. May map, this is, and Singapore did not shut down its public transportation. Did not shut down their companies. They encourage work on home, but did not shut down their companies. Of course, gisira nila ang Universal Studios, those unnecessary public gatherings, pero wala na sila mag-lockdown silang company. So kita, our economy has already undergone a recession because we have the first quarter and second quarter na to negative growth. So if you have two consecutive negative growth, remember, two consecutive quarters, daily year, 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth. Daily slowdown sa growth, negative growth yun, decrease yung economy. If you have 2 of that successive quarters of negative economic growth, then that is the definition, official definition of a recession. So the Philippine economy is now in a recession. Ang problema sa third quarter, huwag mo bilang yapon. Diba? Araw na itong China. Kini data sa China, di magiging kumutuon yung data sa China. Kasama China ni ron. 90,000 cases in China. Ang patay sa China, only 4,735. A country, 1 billion, 1.2 billion people, namatyan lang 4,735. Dito sila magsugod. Ito. Yung tumog 100,000, namatay. Ito siguro ko. 4,735. katong sawuhan ng daan nga sislag cremation din na mahuman. Unbelievable in China nga data. Ang hunaw na ni sila, namatyan kung sila pila. 2019 on April 17, kausara, last na. Ngingigay lang patay ko no. Sus. Ang last nila, April 17, 1,000. And then the rest, wala patay. From April, May, June, July, August. Tuo kami rin China. Ay, may bilaran yan. Sige lang. So, we should be critical in our data analysis. Dita mo, accept lang sa data. Tanaw to, yung sa ilang possibilities. No? China, okay. Japan, Tokyo, Taipei. O sabutin ni Hong Kong nga, di man makita sa chart diri. Asa mo Hong Kong gibitan kay? Oo. Asa Hong Kong lapit? Show us Hong Kong. Hong Kong ko na. Hong Kong. Hong Kong. The data in Hong Kong is 4,971. Ha? Teka na nagpapatay sa Hong Kong, 101. Picture rabi na sa una. Sa April, sa May, June. Yan, himong 50, I think, in August. 101, Hong Kong. Teka na nagpapatay sa Hong Kong. Kakuya mo na ni. It's dangerous, ha? But remember, Hong Kong has a population density of, ano mo, 98,000 people per square kilometer, 1,000 meters by 1,000 meters, ang puyo na 98,000. So, kini di ay ang Hong Kong dili na gibutang as a separate sayop ning taga Johns Hopkins. Hong Kong should be separate in terms of WHO. Kaya sa Olympics, ang Hong Kong separate. Ang deaths sa Hong Kong 101 already. Ang cases 4,900. Can you see it? Kita mo? Okay. 4,971 cases. Pilipinas, 260,000. 260. Yes. Ang death sa Pilipinas, 4,101. 100 bro. Kuha na ng 101 ha? Ako kuha na. Nakuha na ng 100. Dangerous. Sweden, nga ta Sweden kay controversial mo gani Sweden. Ang Sweden wagid mag-lockdown, wagid mo required mask, wagid sila magsira. Daghang namatay sa Sweden pero mo lagi na ang pinapatay Sweden. Supposedly ang case rate sa Sweden ko naman. Dara. 86,000 cases ang Sweden. Ang patay sa Sweden, 85,000 cases ang Sweden. 86,505 cases ang Sweden. Ang namatay sa Sweden, 5,846 deaths in Sweden. Dako kay namatay, 86,000. Pero kining 5,846 namatay ni, dako pa ni kaysa namatay sa Pilipinas, pero they did not shut down their public transportation. They did not imprison their people. They did not have an economic lockdown, and there was public transportation all the way, and even schools were open. Movies, pero distancing gamay, pero wagid sila control. In fact, mask is not mandatory. Di ba? Anong 5,846 na may patay? So, in other words ba, kung niunani pang Pilipinas, matayan siguro tag 3,000, 4,000, pero dili masacrifice ang entire economy. And we should look at it this way. The people should take care of themselves already by this time. They should. They know already what to do. Hello, kitty. Ano may iring mo gawas Sweden. Alright, so balikan ninyo magkaigsunan sa messages, shout out mo kasi gusto niyo pag-greet kaya sometimes accept the greetings. Si Renato Baguio, si teacher siya. Loud and clear ka diri sa Hakluban. Attorney, salamat sa imong update sa COVID-19. Clear pa. Yes. Okay, so Sweden. Okay. Ubang mga updates. So, tiguan na tayo. Alright. Now, matod pa sa mainstream media ko, in fact sa CNN, ingon sila, redefining COVID-19. Months after infection, patients report breathing difficulties. Breathing difficulties and excessive fatigue, magluya. Months after. Now, remember this. Do kayo na mag-mention na niya na? Di ba? Do kayo na kung-mention na doon na kabuan. Tulo siguro kabuan. Katong, in fact, I posted na sa atong CBA TV public Viber community group. Viber pa, community group pa. Community pa, group pa. Yung sa igi, kuhan, ko dito nga, nai-usa ka, kuhan, nai-daghang mga group karon, group of, grupo ni sila. Nag-create sila Facebook group nga, former, lisod sila ginhawa, excessive fatigue. So, marabag na some kind of long-term damage sa lungs. Now, remember, ang lungs is not, na patient mo karon. Dudahan lang dengue. Ako nagduda ko nga the patient is COVID. But the family says it's dengue. Anyway, COVID or dengue, problema ka platelet, don't worry, that's me. Humanity, AVX. Karon pag nagto na sa pag describe sa mga kuan, di kuan ko sa doktor gi pa x-ray. Isa-isa. No. At this stage, pila pa nimo first week or no, x-ray will not show anything. Bisan pag di ka ginawa. The x-ray damage, the glass-like capacities na makita sa x-ray sa CT scan sa imong lungs. That counts murag atong stage 1, stage 2, stage 4, murag stage 3 na siya. Doesn't come out in stage 1. But I'm not a doctor. Remember, I am not a doctor. Diba? But humanity is not a medicine. But if you want my help, dagan ako ng tabangan. Alright, so ang World Health Organization reported highest single day increase in global infections since the pandemic began. Okay, so tabihan ko na. Grabe na yun. Grabe sila. And the US is nowhere near rounding the corner of COVID-19 cases, matod pa Dr. Fauci in response to President Trump's comments about the virus. Og India reported more than 94,000 new infections, mga kaigsunan. Grabe ka. Last Sunday pa nila karon Monday. siya rin ko na. Oops. Nasa mga gano'n. PC na ko-experimentuhan. Yan pa. Okay. Select font. That should be. Pwede mag-isa na ang experimenting this. Aha. I know, ano sa ba? I made a mistake. Sige na lang. Copy na to. Something good. Okay, experiment 1 derivative example. Please wait. Okay. And select color. $50. Here is cancel. Okay. Ini. This one. Let me see. And then two. So finish siya. Alilasat ka sa chat. Magtanga to sa chat ninyo. So link sa mabig sa kayo na ko i-add. Existing. Okay. One. Saan pa yun? Okay. So I think that's okay now. Ano naman yung kamiyot sa properties. Okay. And you go. You're supposed to. Ito na. And why are you not working? I see. Ah, that's it. Mm-hmm. See? See? Mode, sorry. So, now, na siya. Store, exit, save. Okay, if you balik nyo diha. So, it's working now, my new headlines. Alan Leventi, naminaw na to ron, monitor. Si Norma Romarati, good evening from in Lahog. Okay. Si Delia Cordelio, Agimit Evic, so much. Asa na ko. Page na kung kita mo ulit page. Yun na ko i-found mo. Text ko ma'am sa 0925 57 00 555. Right. Sige. Uy, si Attorney Aina. Kung sa Attorney Aina, atong green screen Attorney Aina, imo na bang gipraktisan? Okay, na, kaluyo. Attorney Aina magpali from Pasig City. Ibig Attorney Aina. Salamat sa inyong pag-monitor, Attorney. Nya, ang imong cooking show, Attorney Aina, kata mo sit up, ready na ko ito, gana na ko ito. Pag-record lang. Ayaw lang ito live kay daghan makag mga record in between. Ato na ito i-cut later on. Ya atong i-edit na siya. Ya pag-shorten ito mga lag nga mga or slow nga mga kuan, slack nga mga periods. And then i-upload as live. Upload as live. Okay. Order na ito niya nasa kuan, nasa dag sa Shopee. Alright, so, oy, si Hana, bakla yun, mong karas. Good evening, Atty. GT. Kita ko si mong pics. Gwapo mo na ikaw eh. Uy, gwapo kayo ko so na. Especially ka na, niwang kayo uno. Kwanto, Han ka ng, that was when I was at MBA school sa EAM. Yeah, ang ako mga classmates ron, senior vice president sa mga bangko. Ana ang level. Doha ko classmate nga is VP sa bangko sa Manila. Okay. Gisingot ko maayo. Pag sit up. Kausa naman, Attorney Aina, you just sit it up once and that's it. Okay, so Hana, regards ko of course ni Michael Bongkaras. Mike, my classmate and friend sa UEC. College of Engineering. Alright, so muna ha. Attorney Aina. Or po kay Sinsiyo, Attorney. Sinsiyo. Okay, so ang Oxford University coronavirus with AstraZeneca, di ba gi-halt man to because there was a mysterious illness being observed in only one participants, volunteers. Karon the vaccine trials will resume after being halted by an unexplained illness in one volunteer. Matug pa sa Oxford University. Ang burak ang neck and neck aniron. Neck and neck. Ang Oxford o ang Moderna sa US. Moderna. But all of these are vaccines. Now, I would like to remind you how vaccines work. Vaccines do not cure the virus. Vaccines do not kill the virus. Ang purpose sa vaccine, pakatira na siya. Ang vaccine is actually mahog na to siya nga decoy, or ang vaccine mahog na to siya nga paon, or it's a lure or a bait. So kung different siya sa lure o sa bait. You're using me for a bait? Yung itong usa. No, I'm using you as a lure. Is there a difference? Yeah. The bait, I don't expect it to come back. The lure, I expect it to come back. So, ikaw, ipaon ka na ako dito, pero I was expecting you to come. Mabuhi pa ka. Mo siya ang mga kwan. Where are you? Ang sa US na po sila mga technique ron, MRIs na po, heart MRI, mahal na magnetic resonance imaging, MRI, nuclear magnetic resonance, heart MRIs can help determine when COVID recovering athletes can come back in the game. So nasakit na ka COVID, okay, nasakit na ka COVID, o niya ka na gusto ka mabalik. So, i-MRI sa kapiting handaan. Kita taon des Pilipinas, maglaway na tayo ng mga procedures nga. Usay, libre, covers insurance, or covers lang Medicare. Kita diris, healthcare kunuhay, universal kunuhay. So, universal ka, bayaran na kag 5,000 eh. Ang maong study nga gi-conduct sa mga researchers dito sa Ohio State University, okay, magkuan sila usa ka cardiac magnetic resonance imaging or MRIs. Nakita nila that among 26 of the university's competitive athletes who were recovering from COVID, that means nasakit sila COVID, upat showed signs of inflammation of the heart muscle called myocarditis. Myo gani muscle, heart, so myocarditis, heart muscle, inflammation sa heart muscle. Our objective was to investigate the use of cardiac MRI imaging in competitive athletes recovered from COVID-19 to detect myocardial inflammation that would identify high-risk athletes for return to competitive play. The researchers wrote in the study published in the journal JAMA Cardiology on Friday. The researchers performed cardiac magnetic resonance imaging on 26 competitive athletes referred to the university's sports medicine clinic after testing for COVID-19 between June and August. The athletes were involved in football, soccer, lacrosse, basketball, and track and fields, and only 12 athletes reported having symptoms, which were mild, while others did not show any symptoms. The cardiac imaging was performed after each athlete quarantined for at least 11 days. No athletes had illnesses severe enough to require hospitalization, according to the study, and none received antiviral therapies specific for COVID-19. Ang imaging napakita nga 4 or 15% had findings consistent with myocarditis, and 8 additional athletes had signs of prior myocardial injury. So, ang mahala na imaging. Marag para sa mga dato lang ni. Di ba? Ang binato, para dato lang. Mana itong crawlers. Sakto ba itong crawlers yung page? Si Malo Saranza, namina na ron. Si Jose P. Romy P. Saan ito natin? Romy. Uy, Romy! Romy Pingal! Ay, Rom! Kumusta, Rom? Ani nga, Romy. Namina rin sa isang oras di aron. Canada maka, minus 16 maka hours. Si Kuan. Romy. Jose, libo ito mga mag-graduate na makibaw tagline na ito nga. Si Romy Pingol, friend sa University of San Carlos College of Engineering. Yan na sa Canada. O si Engineer Hill Escudero, namina to. Good evening, attorney. Good evening, Sir Hill. Sir Hill, ito, di magkana. Symptomatic raman kana si Cardinal Tagle. So, I think he's fine. No? Maghuwat, kuan ta. Standby mode lang ta kung pananglitan. Kinanglanon kita. Karon siguro at this stage, they don't need us. So, mas mayo. Kung he will stay asymptomatic kung niya mag-recover. And, siya. So, si WHO nag-report na most new kasagaran sa bag-ong COVID-19 cases ilang gi-report karon ang kinadaghanan since the pandemic. The highest single day increase happened in the last 24 hours. The pandemic began. The previous daily high was set on September 6 with 306,587 cases reported on that day. Pero karon adlaw in the last 24 hours, 307,930 new COVID-19 cases reported worldwide in a single day. Fauci, iyon na sa siya na we're nowhere near that point. Kay si Trump kuno na ingon, we're rounding the corner. No? Sa Miss Trump, ipataka sexuality. Si Trump ba may problema sa iyang mga officers. Trump has become a burden for them in terms of information. Back to school outbreaks. O, diba? Pagbalik mo ganyan sa US. Back to school outbreaks. Some schools are becoming petri dishes of the disease. Sabutan na murag din na ni lambo ang virus. At least 3 teachers have died. Namatay yun. Have died from complications of COVID-19 in recent weeks. Teachers, ha? Meanwhile, ang Ohio State U announced it will cancel its spring break next semester in an effort to prevent the spread of COVID-19 in the university community. Next sem, wala sila, it will cancel the spring break. Men, Alcosiba, o yun ka nang gisulti sa DTR nga paggamyan istansya sa physical distancing sa public vehicles, o yun ko na. Pagkuhan lang, just take care of yourselves yun. Magbantay lang yun ka, be careful, di ka magkapita mas ka, di ka mo ubo, no, na kay symptoms, ayos kay. Good evening, Dila Party here. Na-interest ko sa humanity. I'm 63. Okay, ma'am. Alright, so, ako number ha, ako nag-post sa messages. The most dangerous test of my life, matod pa verse 83 years old. Ang Austria kono is starting a second virus wave, matod pa silang chancellor. Yan, pakinig chancellor sa Austria, di ba ni, marami siya conservative kaya? Sebastian Kurz. We're in the beginning of the second wave. We're facing difficult months in the autumn and winter. The number of infections is increasing from day to day. Not bad. He asked Australian citizens to adhere to all coronavirus measures and reduce social contacts. Yeah. So the moment, that's one patient na po na Humanity AVX Catholic priest. But I don't think he will go to Archbishop Palma and say, I'm using this, refer this to Cardinal Tagle. So I don't think it will happen. There were some efforts on the last 2 days, the possibility of using another doctor to connect to Cardinal Tagle. That doctor is in a government hospital, but the doctor is famous doctor because she was doctor to one of the presidents, one of the doctors to one of the Philippine presidents, not the current president, but previous. Pero akong gainan nga pasuoyan sa nato ng ang doctor kay di saan niya pagganto dito Cardinal Tagle kung siya kasuoyan mismo. So again, let's take it slow, and we're so happy, we're so glad, we're so ecstatic that Cardinal Tagle is asymptomatic. Yung kanyang symptomatic. Kanya, I hope din na sila painuminom ng mga medicine nga na ephedrine. Anyway, thank you and good night sa mga kaigsunan. I hope that I have helped you. Ito yung mga messages o nabang messages. Ana, magkakibaw, daghan kayo na admire si Atty. GT sa maestro pa sa UCTC. Kani mina ako si Bamrag din na tinood menda kay napa daghan ang takog chicks. So okay chicks. Og si Angie Anga, Attorney Jude, og mga kasibya, good evening attorney, mga kasibya TV, si Dante Valiente na minor natin ron, og si Israel Scudero, minor ako siba, and all the other. Salamat sa inyong pagpanakuan. Si Romy, thank you for tuning in. Romy Pingon sa Canada, my friend. Nagikan sa kanos. Parihaming duha, bapo. Pero si Romy may dagang chicks ako. Okay, chicks. Okay. Anyway, so thank you. And good night sa September 14th, 2020 sa atong episode 7 ba ni of our September 14, 2020, episode 7 of our JT Benz night show. Okay, thank you and good night.